So in the previous class we had already discussed about the 5 categories of animals, from which we had already discussed the terrestrial animals. So now we will study the second category, that is aquatic animals. Aquatic animals means the animals that live in water. There are some animals that are living in water. Those animals are called aquatic animals. For example, you can take crabs, turtles, ducks, fishes, whales, dolphins. These are the some examples of aquatic animals. They also have adapted themselves to live in water, like they can move easily in the water, they can breathe in water, they can prevent water from being absorbed by their body. So these are the few adaptations shown by the aquatic animals, and how they are moving or breathing in water, that we will discuss now. So the examples you can take crabs, turtles, ducks, fishes, whales and dolphins. So for all these organisms we will discuss how they are moving or breathing in the water. So these are the adaptations of aquatic animals. They can move easily in the water, they can breathe underwater, and they can prevent the water from being absorbed by their bodies. So example, you can take crabs, turtle, ducks and fish. So first of all, in crabs have gills. Crabs have gills that help them to breathe underwater. Turtles have paddle-like limbs. Ducks have webbed feet which help them to move easily in the water. And fishes have streamlined body which helps them to move in the water. So all these are the adaptations of the crabs. Like crabs adaptation, crabs have gills to breathe, turtles have paddle-like limbs to move, ducks have webbed feet to move, and fishes are having streamlined body to move in water. They have fins which help them to swim and maintain balance in water. Their tails help them to change the direction in water, and they breathe through the gills, means gills help them to breathe in the water. So gills take the oxygen dissolved in water and help the fishes to breathe in water. So some aquatic animals like whales and dolphins, they have lungs for breathing. So during the breathing time they come up the surface of the water for breathing, and then they go down to the water. So these are the few adaptations shown by few aquatic animals. So aquatic animals, they spend their entire life in water. Their body is adapted for staying underwater. So the body of fish is covered with scales that are waterproof. Mostly they are adapted to survive in water only. So their whole entire life is underwater. So their body fishes, their body is adapted to staying underwater. So the body of fish or other animals are covered with scales, so that these scales are waterproof, so that they can survive under water. And for moving in the water, to swim they have fins, to move in the water they have streamlined body, to change the direction in the water they have tails, and they are taking oxygen through the gills to breathe. So these are the adaptations shown by aquatic animals. These are the few adaptations shown by few aquatic animals. Next we will go to the next category, that is amphibians. Amphibians are the animals that lives both on land and in water. So there are some animals, they can live in land also, they can live in water also. So those type of animals are called amphibians. They are able to live both on land and in water. Examples you can take frogs, salamanders, toad. All these are the examples of amphibians. On land they are also adapted to live both in water and on land. When they are on land, amphibians breathe with their lungs. In water they breathe through their skin. So these animals have folds of skin between the fingers of their feet. These folds are called web. So these waves or their feet help to swim in the water. So there are a few adaptations also shown by amphibians to survive both on land and in water, and these are, so they have lungs to breathe on land, they can breathe underwater through their skin, and they have fold, their skin is folded. They have folds of skin between the fingers of their feet. So these folds are called webs. You might have seen the frog, how it is moving, how it is jumping. So that is because of the fold of the skin. You might have seen frog nearby your homes and all. So in the frog skin, the skin is folded. That folded skin is called web. That is called web. So their feet help them to swim in the water. So all these are the adaptations shown by the amphibians. Next we will go to arboreal animals. So arboreal animals are the animals that spend most of the time on trees. So some animals are there, they are spending most of the time on trees. Those animals are called arboreal animals. For example, spider, monkey, tree lizards, all these are the arboreal animals. Mostly monkeys are spending most of their time on trees. So So examples you can take spider monkeys, tree lizards, or all are the examples of arboreal animals. They have strong claws. They have strong claws and muscular limbs to climb the trees. Their strong claws and muscular limbs help them to climb the trees. They use their strong claws to hold on to branches of the trees. Using the strong claws, they hold the branches and then they climb the trees. Some other animals like squirrels and all, they are also found on trees most of the time. Morning time you might have seen most of the squirrels on the trees. So the squirrels have highly flexible ankle joints. So their ankle joints are very flexible so that they can move up and down very quickly on the trees. So the squirrels are having flexible ankle joint which helps them to move up and down quickly on the trees. And some arboreal animals like monkeys, chameleon, all these things are having very long tails. They are having very long tails, so they use their tail as fifth limb. Normally we are having 4 limbs. We are having 2 hands and 2 legs, and the animals are having 4 legs. That means 4 limbs are there. But the monkeys, the arboreal animals, they use their tail as fifth limb. Their tail is used as fifth limb. Fifth limb they use to hold on to the branches while swinging from tree to tree. You might have seen in the movies and all how monkeys are moving from branches to branches, tree to tree they are moving. So their tail helps for that movement. So that type of tail is called prehensile tail. Prehensile tail. So the fifth limb, which is a tail, which is used to hold on to branches while swinging from tree to tree, that type of tail is called prehensile tail. You might have having doubt with what is the limb or what do you mean by fifth limb. So we are having 4 limbs, that is 2 hands and 2 legs. So normally most of the animals are having 4 limbs. In animals they are using 4 limbs as leg. We are using all the total 4 limbs. Out of 4 limbs, humans are using 2 limbs for hand and 2 limbs for leg, but most of the animals are using all the 4 limbs as leg. So the fifth limb for the arboreal animal is their tail. The fifth limb for the arboreal animal is the tail, which is called as prehensile tail. So we have 4 limbs together, 2 4 limbs and 2 hind limbs. We have total altogether by counting 4 limbs we are having, out of which 2 are named as 4 limbs, 2 are named as hind limbs. The hind limbs, the first 2 legs of animal, these are called 4 limbs. The last 2 legs of animals are called hind limbs. Animals are having 4 legs. The first 2 is called 4 limbs and the next 2 is called hind limbs. In human beings, this is hand, this is leg. So this is the 4 limbs, and for arboreal animals, the fifth limb is their tail, which is called prehensile tail. So next is our aerial animals. Aerial animals means animals that fly. Animals that are able to fly, they are called aerial animals. Examples you can take birds and bats. These are the aerial animals, and birds have wings that helps them to fly. They have no 4 limbs. Like they have no 4 limbs, that means they have no front legs. They have only 2 limbs. They have no 4 limbs. They have these limbs they are having. These limbs birds are not having. The 4 limbs are actually modified. These limbs in birds are modified to wings and feathers. Birds are having wings to fly. So the wings are considered as 4 limbs for the birds. They also have hollow bones that make their bodies lightweight so that they can easily fly. So their tails also help them to change direction while flying. Feathers on their body keep them warm. So the ability to fly allows them to travel longer distance in search of food. Because of the flying, the aerial animals or the birds can travel longer distance to search the food, and it also helps them to run away from terrestrial predators. Like some terrestrial predators are there, cats and all. They attack on birds or some birds, and also they can run away or they can fly away so that they can protect themselves from the terrestrial predators. So the birds are having the adaptations to survive in their environment, means to fly in the sky. They also have some adaptations, and these adaptations are birds are having wings to fly, their bones are hollow and lightweight, so that their bodies are lightweight which help them to fly easily. Their tails help to change the direction and feathers keep them warm. So these are the adaptations shown by the birds, and their four limbs are modified to wings and feathers which help them to fly. So they can fly or travel longer distances in search of food or to protect themselves from harsh weather conditions. That means bad weather conditions or climatic conditions. You might have seen in the news and all, every year some migratory birds are coming. That means when the suitable condition they are not getting for survival in an environment, in a place, they are moving or they are traveling long distances to another place where the environment is good for them. So because of the wings they can fly longer distance. Bats don't have feathers on their wings. Their wings are made up of thin layers of skin. So bat is not having any feathers on their wings. So their wings are made up of thin layers of skin. These are stretched across the arms and the fingers. So these are, and some other examples you can take is some insects are also able to fly, and bat is another example where the wings are not having any feathers. So their wings are made up of thin layers of skin by which they move from one place to another place. And some other examples are insect which can fly. So there are 5 categories of animals. These are terrestrial, aquatic, amphibians, arboreal and aerial. Terrestrial means those who live on land. Aquatic, those who live in water. Amphibians, those who live both on land and in water. Arboreal, those who spend most of the time in trees. Aerial means those who are able to fly. So these are the 5 categories of the animals. So read your book and you will be more clear about the concept. Next class we will study about their feeding habits.